Are you in a love situation where you're having trouble decoding if your crush's behaviors mean that he likes you a lot or that he doesn't like you at all? Well, don't fret, my friends. I've got your back. Now you guys are gonna notice that this is a really detailed list, and the reason that I did this is because I wanted to pack as much information as I possibly could into a video so that it would be helpful for you guys. I know that guys can be extremely hard to read, so today I'm making things super simple and I'm breaking things down for you guys so that, you know what, if it isn't a match, if he's not that into you, that you can actually move on and find someone who does look at you with adoring eyes. So these are my top 9 scientific clues that he's just not that into you. And these tips are backed by science, but also my years of experience of working as a relationship therapist and getting insight into people's love lives. So are you guys ready? All right, let's get started. Sign number 1 is that you see him clenching his fists. And no, if you see him clenching his fists, it's usually not because he wants to come over and give you a fist pump. Now, if you're already an amazing Ask Kimberly subscriber, you're already gonna know that men clench their fists as a physiological response to fight when things don't go their way. So what that means is that if you do happen to see him clenching his fists, it's a pretty good indicator that he's angry or that he's in a situation that he doesn't want to be in. A guy who likes you is almost never going to be angry when he's in a situation, when he's in your presence, or when he's talking to you. So if you do happen to notice that your crush is clenching his fists when he's in your presence and there's no obvious other thing that's going on that's bothering him, there's a good chance that he's just not that into you. Sign number 2 is that he interrupts you, essentially cutting you off from saying what you were about to say. A guy who genuinely likes you will never interrupt you, at least not intentionally. A guy who truly likes you is going to want to hear everything you say, and that involves hearing the full answer to any questions that he's asked you. Sign number 3 is averting his gaze. Now, from a scientific perspective, we as humans are biologically programmed to look at the things that we like for a longer duration of time than the things that we don't like. So if you notice that he's not trying to make eye contact with you, or even if you do make eye contact that he's immediately looking away and looking disinterested, that's a pretty surefire sign that he is just not that into you. Sign number 4 is a bit unexpected, and it's that he slouches in your presence. It's been proven that men have a tendency to stand taller and stiffen up when they're in the presence of someone they're trying to impress. This is usually because he's subconsciously trying to appear bigger or more attractive to you. To gauge his level of interest, you may wish to conduct an experiment. The next time you walk into a room, pay close attention to his body behavior. If he's slouching and he immediately changes his posture in reaction to you entering the room, that's a really positive sign that he's interested. But if he continues to slouch and let it all hang out, there's a really good chance that he's just not trying to impress you. Sign number 5 is that you just can't seem to find him anywhere. And you're always on the lookout for him. You're looking for him before school, at break, during lunch hour, after school, during activity time, and you're just not bumping into him at any point. The reason this is probably happening is because he's not out there looking for you the same way that you're looking for him. One of the most basic factors of human attraction is proximity. So you can bet if a guy likes you, he's gonna want to be around you as much as possible, which means finding you even when it's inconvenient. So if he's never doing this, if he's basically pokeroo, like he's putting on a disappearing act every time it seems to matter, there's a pretty good chance this guy is not meant to be your boyfriend. Sign number 6 is that he answers your questions with a yes or a no. Closed statements. Answering a question with a definitive statement essentially cuts off all communication before it's even begun. And trust me, no guy who likes you will ever want to do that. A guy who likes you will be so excited to keep talking, to tell you about himself, even if it's just for the sheer reason of keeping the conversation alive. So pay attention to if your conversations are feeling awkward because he's giving you nothing to work with. Sign number 7 is that you have a sneaking suspicion that he's actually hung up on one of your friends. And ladies, I can't even tell you the number of times I've witnessed a girl's intuition being dead on. If a guy seems to prefer to hang out or spend his time with other girls, or if you just have a sneaking suspicion that he's not that into you, but that he actually smiles a lot more or he acts a lot more friendly when he's around one of your friends, chances are you're feeling that for a reason. Always listen to your gut, ladies. If something tells you that he doesn't like you, then he's probably not a good person to be in a relationship with anyway, because he's not going to look at you the way that he looks at the person that he likes. Sign number 8 is that you make a major change in your appearance and he doesn't seem to notice or care. Things like you change your hair color or get a major haircut, you get glasses or braces, things that just about anybody would notice. A guy who likes you is always gonna notice these things immediately and is definitely gonna make a comment on them, usually to say that he likes it, but almost always in the hope that it's gonna lead to a larger conversation. And the final sign, number 9, is that he closes off his body from you and stands in postures that don't represent someone who's open to a relationship. So you guys might remember from my other video, the 8 scientific signs that he likes you, that when we like someone, we tend to point our bodies in their directions, whether that's our feet, our legs, our hips, our arms, and we as humans almost always keep an open stance to the people that we like. So if he does do things that close off his body to you, like he turns away from you or he crosses his arms in your presence, that's a surefire sign that he's not very interested in being open to you. Now, for those of you who still aren't sure whether he likes you or not, or you still have questions, I posted a detailed levels of attraction quiz that you guys can all download for free and take the quiz and get some extra insights into if he likes you or not. The quiz is up on my website, drkimberly.com, and you can access it by following the link here. So hopefully you guys found these tips helpful. If you can think of more, definitely leave them in the comments below. If you love this video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Come and follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. And of course, guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Ask Kimberly, for more weekly videos on relationships. Bye, everybody.